Hi everyone, my name is Dina and I'm with Sephora Pro, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get this soft smoky eye and neutral lip. This is my go-to look. I love this look because it is so versatile. I wear it when I'm going out to dinner with my husband or when I'm hanging out with friends, and it's a really great, simple, soft smoky eye with a neutral lip. I can't wait to show you my techniques and how to get this look. So let's get started. So obviously I have no makeup on, and my first step is picking up the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist and hydrating my skin lightly so then all the other products work beautifully on top. Next is the Kate Somerville Wrinkle Warrior 2-in-1 Plumping Moisturizer and Serum. This is great because it instantly plumps any fine lines that I have on my forehead and it's quick absorbing, so when I apply it, I just like to massage it in upward motion, and never forget about your neck because your neck is important as well, so you want to hydrate that. And then I just press in the rest of the product that I might have on my hands. Next is the Tata Harper. This is their Illuminating Eye Creme, and a really fun fact, this actually has diamond dust in it, so it illuminates. It instantly gives me like a highlighted effect right under the eyes. So now I have the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer from First Aid Beauty. This is wonderful. It has a softening effect to the skin, so it smooths the skin. It's oil-free, so it really works with my skin type. And it's great underneath makeup because even if I'm layering a lot of hydrating products, this doesn't have the oil in it, so there's no like residue. It's just actually really helping smooth out the skin's texture, including the areas that I might have like some dry patches, which happens a lot on my forehead and cheeks. So this is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation in Bisque. This is my new favorite foundation because it gives medium to full coverage. The brush that I use with it is our Sephora Pro foundation brush in number 47. And I love it because it's slightly angled, so it really mimics using the fingers, but it creates a more flawless application. My skin tone isn't exactly even all the way around. My neck is lighter, so I take the foundation and blend down under the jawline onto the neck. So here I have the Sephora Bright Future Color Corrector in Peach number 4. I'm using my Pro Airbrush Concealer Brush number 57. I'm just lightly blending upward into the inner corner of my eye where I see that discoloration. This is great because it immediately will counteract any discoloration, and the technique is dip, dot, blend. After applying the corrector, you definitely need a concealer, and this happens to be one of my favorites. I'm running out. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in shade Custard, and I apply this just directly right on top of the corrector, blending a little bit further out under the eye, so then I'm able to just brighten up that whole under eye area. And I'm using the same number 57 Pro brush, and I'm just going over the outer corners of my nose and the outer corners of my lips just to get that even coverage all the way through. Next I have the Burberry Face Contour Pen in medium number 1, and I place this right in the hollows of my cheeks, and I blend upward with my finger because it just warms up the product beautifully and blends it out, so I create a more natural finish to the contour. I also take a little to the sides of my forehead and on the bottom of my jawline to create that dimension and balance throughout. Next I have this awesome product from Benefit called Ka-Brow. This is a cream gel brow in shade number 3, and it's waterproof, wears for 24 hours. It has this awesome brush on the other end that I like to use just to fill in. First, I use the Anastasia Brow Definer in medium brown to shape my brows. So after I've applied Ka-Brow, I can take that pencil that's angled and really focus in on the areas where I'm missing some hair. I use the angle of the pencil to really work in fine, small lines instead of longer straight lines. So I'm working with the hair growth. And then the other side has a spoolie, so you just brush out any excess product. I use Too Faced Shadow Insurance Anti-Crease Eyeshadow Primer as my base. This allows my shadows to stay on all day. One tip that I would suggest to you all is taking a little bit of that excess primer on your finger down underneath your lash line, so then you're priming under your eyes as well. I'm moving into eyes next, and I'm using the Smashbox Cover Shot Golden Hour Eye Palette. This is a gorgeous array of warm tones, and the first shade is called Lights. I'm using Sephora Pro brush number 14. This is our shadow brush. It's a great size for the lid. I use the brush in a patting motion, just applying it starting from the center, going over to the inner corner, and 2/3 of the way over. Next is Psyched. This color is a little bit more of a warm brown, and I apply this to the outer corner of my eye, blending inward instead of outward. And for this, I'm just using the same number 14 brush. To fuse the two colors together, I use the shade Dope with our 38 brush to blend away any harsh lines. And I do this by sweeping the brush back and forth directly in my crease, but not applying the brush into the shadow necessarily. To enhance the look, I use Sephora's Colorful Shadow and Liner in matte black. And this is great because I can create so many looks with these. So don't worry if it's a little messy because I'm going to be blending it out anyway. The whole point is to have a more smoky, soft effect. And I use Pro Shader brush number 18. I use this by just wiggling the brush side to side, just right on the edge of that liner, and then making sure that I'm blending down to the bottom outer corner of my eye. So I'm using the same liner right underneath on the bottom lash line, drawing about halfway over, and then blending that out with the same brush that I used earlier, number 18. The reason why I do this about halfway is because it opens up the eye. I have deep set eyes, and I like to create a sultry effect by just placing that product on the outer corners of my eyes so it'll enhance and really exaggerate the shape. So the liner looks a little harsh right now, but don't worry. I take the same Smashbox Cover Shot palette in the color Stare and my number 18 brush to diffuse out that harsh line and really create that smokiness that I'm looking for. I also repeat the step just right underneath, and I'm not adding any shadow to the brush. I'm just blending out whatever's left over. To truly blend out the whole look, I take the Pro Featherweight Crease brush number 38 and diffuse the outer corners. Next, I'm using Marc Jacobs Highliner Matte Gel Eye Crayon in Irony right on my waterline. This is a great formula because it's super smooth and lasts all day. To add a little dimension to the top lash line, I make sure to go right at the root of the lash and also tight lining underneath. And to finish off the look, I'm using Sephora Collection's Lash Craft. It's a lengthening and volumizing mascara. And the wand is really great because it has two sides to it. So one can really lengthen and then the other can deposit a lot of volume, a lot of that product. My eyes are my favorite feature, so I always apply some mascara to the bottom and the top because it opens up my eyes and it really makes them pop. Before I go into my blush and highlight, I like to take a beauty blender and really press in the foundation and make sure that everything is truly blended before I move on. Next, I'm using Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil with my Pro Angled Blush brush number 49 to add a little more dimension to my cheeks and a little more color. I apply the bronzer using really short sweeps. So I go right over my contour and blend up and then apply some to the perimeter of my forehead and my jawline. And then of course, always blending down to my neck. After bronzer, I like to put some blush on, and this is Tarte's Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Expose. It's a great neutral. It works for a lot of different skin tones, and I'm using the same brush that I used for my bronzer, and this is number 49. Next, I set my makeup with Makeup Forever's Ultra HD Micro Finishing Loose Powder, and I use Sephora Pro's Precision Powder Brush number 59. I love to take a little bit and press the product in the palm of my hand, and then press and roll onto the skin. And I'm really focusing only on the T-zone where I get oily. To finish off the cheeks, I use Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed in Champagne Pop. I'm using Sephora Pro's Crease Brush number 10 to precisely apply product straight to the cheekbone, center of the nose, Cupid's bow, and a little above my eyebrows. To soften any harsh lines, I take my Pro Angled Blush brush number 49 and really diffuse the highlight back into the blush to create the natural finish that I'm looking for. To prep my lips, I'm using Dior's Lip Glow Color Reviver Balm, and this is in shade Pink. I love this because it gives me a natural tint of color and it softens my lips. To line the lips, I'm using Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in 1993. I start on the outer corners and then move back to my Cupid's bow. So I start on the outer corners and then work my way to the center and then blend in just a bit more color to the outer corners. This will create a little bit more dimension for my lips and create almost a fuller effect. Next, I'm using Urban Decay's Safe Word Comfort Matte Lipstick, a part of the Vice collection. This is a really beautiful, comfortable matte lipstick to wear. To set the skin, I'm using Kat Von D's Lock It Makeup Setting Mist. This is a great mist to complete the look and set everything in place all day. I've been really into hair products lately, and this one's from Way Hair Care. This is actually a new product, and it's called Dry Shampoo Foam. So unlike traditional dry shampoos where you're using it only on the root, this actually can be used throughout the hair. It's going to remove any sort of oil and product buildup, and it even detangles. So I started applying it to the tops of my hair and making sure that I separated to get in between where I typically get most oily. And then I applied it throughout, mainly through the center of my hair, just to get a little bit more volume and smoothness. And just like regular dry shampoos, you can actually work the product in as if you were shampooing your hair. For fragrance, I love this Nest fragrance in Black Tulip. This is an eau de parfum, so it lasts all day, and the notes are really warm and rich. There's some patchouli in there and some violet. It smells delicious. When I want to be more bold, I love to apply a berry lip with my look. So to start that off, I apply the Dior Lip Glow Color Reviver Balm in pink. Next, I'll take Buxom's Plump Line Lip Liner in Stakeout to line and fill in just a bit. What's awesome about this lip liner is that there's actually a brush on the other end, so I use that to soften any harsh lines. After lining, I'm using Urban Decay's Vice Lipstick in Notorious. This is also a comfortable matte, so it goes on really creamy. To tie everything together, I'm taking that brush again and just blending in the two colors. So either way, you can wear this look with a neutral lip or something a little more bold. You can always switch out your lip colors from day to night. I love doing this when I'm running out the door from work and I'm going on to my dinner. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments or questions, please put them below and subscribe to our channel. See you next time. Bye.